So it's snowing on the East Coast, it's snowing in the Midwest. Let me help y'all get right so y'all smell phenomenal in this wintertime. Listen, I got 10 underrated fragrances that I know will help you smell amazing while you're bundled up. All you gotta do is lock in, tap in with me. I got you. YouTube, what's good? This is Jamal, back with another YouTube video today. Hold up. Yeah, you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. I just want to say I appreciate all the love, all the feedback, all the comments, all the subscriptions. You ran your boy up to 1K. You already know what time it is, so now we on the road to 10K. But you know I'm a man of my word. I didn't forget about that giveaway, so later on this week, I'm gonna figure out how to do this giveaway. I'm gonna give away 3 Mancera fragrances because you know what? It's only right. Y'all done show mad love. It's just, I gotta do it. All right? So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. I'll probably make a post on my page. In order to even be qualified for this, you got to make sure you done like the video. You gotta make sure you follow me on TikTok. You gotta make sure you follow me on Instagram at Sergey1st. If you're not following me on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, you cannot win this giveaway. And you gotta make sure your follows on YouTube are public. So, because if I can't see that you're following me on all the platforms, it's just not gonna work. I'm just saying. So make sure you stay tuned out for that. And you know at 10K, I gotta go even bigger. This only right, all right? But we're gonna get right in the video. I got some underrated fragrances that I know gonna smell fire on you in the wintertime. But when I say underrated, I'm talking about fragrances that might not be getting the love that they should be getting, used to get love, then it fell off, because you know we got people that glaze stuff and then they put it away. I'm like, if you gonna glaze it, it gotta be glazed forever. That's just me. So let me help y'all get right. First on the list, gotta throw this on here. Staple at any time of the year, but you know, wintertime is another time that this fragrance go crazy. Jubilation Man 25. I mean, like, first of all, look at how beautiful that bottle is from Amouage. Look at the cap. I mean, Amouage is like a god tier fragrance house. I mean, how can you go wrong with it? Now, before we get into this, you know, Outlands is one of those fragrances that's going crazy. It really is. It's going crazy right now on the internet. It's been gassed up. I got it on the way. We're gonna see how it is. Jubilation Man 25. I don't care what nobody say. This is the real king of Amouage. If you know about Amouage, this got to be in your list. And this is, to me, this is the king of all kings when it comes down to that house. All right, so they glazing Outlands. This is really him. Some of the notes in Jubilation Man 25, you got Olibanum, Blackberry, Honey, Oud, Myrrh. Y'all, this right here, and I'm not capping. If you're into fragrances, you know I'm not capping about this fragrance when I say that this really is a fire fragrance. Jubilation Man is like your amber, resinous, rich honey oud fragrance. To me personally, I feel like the oud is not as strong as what we come to find oud to be. Like, it's more of a toned down oud in this, but this is literally a Middle Eastern fragrance through and through. To me, this is like what a king would smell like. Now, if you're a man that want to smell like a king, this is a fragrance you gotta tap into. I mean, I absolutely love this fragrance. Now, it's a strong fragrance, but it's not an overly strong fragrance. But this is one that you could really overspray with it and it's gonna be fine, because people ain't, this is not one that's gonna be super offensive. This is beautiful, and when I wear this, I get a good amount of compliments on it, because this is one of those scents that when people smell this, they've never smelled nothing like this. This is an absolute fire fragrance. I'm not gassing it. I'm gassing it. It really is that good of a fragrance. I'm telling y'all. From Amouage, Jubilation Man 25. Next up, from Creed, it's only right, Original Santal. Look at how beautiful that bottle is too. I love the gradient on this. I've always had this on my list, but it wasn't until like one of my OGs came around wearing this fragrance and I was like, what you got on? And he was like, you know, I got that Original Santal on. Mind you, bro always got heat on, like straight gas. We ain't talking about no garbage. He straight gas. He was like, I got Original Santal on. Man, I went and bought this for my birthday. I was like, I gotta get this. Absolutely stunning fragrance. It really is. It's one of those ones, it's just a good fragrance, and it's perfect all year, but it's wonderful in the winter time too. Some of the notes in Original Santal, you have juniper berries, sandalwood, lavender, ginger. Fire fragrance. Now, this is more of your fresh, spicy fragrance, but it's not your regular fresh, spicy fragrance. This is more of your fresh, spicy fragrance with that Creed refinement, because Creed will make a fragrance so elegant, so sophisticated, so classy, like a grown man fragrance. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Super underrated. I feel like it don't get the love that, you know, the other fragrances from Creed get, you know, like Aventus Creed or Absolute Aventus. This is a phenomenal fragrance, and I get a good amount of projection and longevity out of this. Some people complain about that, but I really don't get any issues with that. This is all day on me. What I like about wearing Original Santal in the wintertime and like cold weather is because it gives you a little bit of freshness too. Because sometimes we feel like we got to wear all these thick, heavy fragrances in the wintertime. You know, you got to go inside too. So it's going to give you that freshness, but also give you a little bit of spiciness. This is a sexy fragrance. Player fragrance too. The ones that know, they know this is a good fragrance. Original Santal. Next up, from Dior, we have Sauvage Elixir. When this fragrance came out, I had to get it. I got it like the week it came out. It was only right because I wanted to see what all the hype was about. And when I say that, I feel like Dior really outdid themselves with this iteration of Sauvage. The Elixir doesn't smell anything like the original versions of Sauvage. It really just did its own thing. This is absolutely sexy. I love this fragrance, and I feel like it don't get the love that it should get. And I feel like when you look at all these other brands doing these elixirs or Exclusif, this is the fragrance that really spawned those iterations of those fragrances. I feel like this is such a good fragrance right here. So sexy. Some of the notes in here, you got nutmeg, cinnamon, lavender, amber, patchouli. Oh my goodness. This is a good fragrance. Perfect for this time of the year. You know, that when that snow touched down, just go ahead and back this out. You know, and you could go to Macy's and get this, but I feel like because it's more costly, I feel like a lot of people don't wear this one. You know, they just stick with the original Sauvage, which is nothing wrong with the original Sauvage. Classic, staple, it's a legend. I know we talk crazy about the original Sauvage, but we gotta be honest, it's really one of them ones too. Wearing this fragrance, this is like your warm, spicy, sweet, woody fragrance. This is a fragrance that is stupid strong. Like stupid strong. You don't need a lot of sprays. I would say like with this is for easy for. And I've been hearing, like I've seen on Fragrantica, like some people have been complaining about reformulation. I can't speak to that because I have the original bottle. When I tell you that this is strong, it is strong. This will perform for you all day. This is less is more fragrance. You know, let people capture you. You know what I'm saying? Let the fragrance do the work. Don't overspray. This is a great fragrance. Tap in from Dior, Sauvage Elixir. Next up from Azzaro, Wanted by Night EDP. Hidden gem right here. Some of the notes in here, you have incense, cinnamon, tobacco, and some fruity notes in here and some citruses. This is such a hidden gem. Like when this came out a long time ago, I've had this for a while. I don't even think they really make this bottle like that. And if they do make it, it's probably way more expensive than what I paid for it. I paid like $70 for this like years ago. Absolutely fire fragrance. This didn't get the hype that I felt like it should have got, because this is a good one. And I'll never forget, like the first time I smelled this, I was at like a bar. I smelled it on a guy actually. I had to double back. I was like, bro, what you got on? He was like, oh, I got Wanted by Night on by Azzaro. Went and bought the bottle. Had to. This is such a good fragrance, and I haven't really smelled any of the new ones. I'm sure they're good, but this is a good fragrance. It really is. It just is. I love how it smells. This is more like, this is like your cinnamon, spicy, but sweet fragrance because you got these fruity notes. This is one that perfect for this time of the year. When that snow come out, back this one out. I only ever wear this like wintertime because it gives me like a winter vibe, because the first time I smelled it was around that time. It was like cold out winter. It was some snow on the ground. That's the first time I smelled it. So it just brings me back to that time. Not talked about, underrated, slept on. And this is a performer. It's gonna work for you. It really is. This one I do be overspraying. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really care. It's just one of those fragrances. You could just overspray it. I don't really care. I just do what I do. If you smelled this, let me know. If you smelled the new ones, I want to know too. Let me know in the comments. From Azzaro, Wanted by Night EDP. And then, come on now. Bad boy fragrance. Now, you know it's only right. It's always gonna be in Mancera or Montale somewhere on the list. That's just how it's gonna go. From Montale, Oud Pashmina. Underrated. Some of the notes you get in here, you have oud, rose, vanilla, gray musk. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is so underrated. I love how this smells. Now, anybody that likes that Ombre Nomad DNA by LV, I personally don't like that. I feel like to me it's just too dark, too dry. It's just missing something. Oud Pashmina by Montale, that's their take on that Ombre Nomad DNA by LV. I just like how it smells personally. I think this is way more sweeter because of that vanilla, and the oud isn't as, I would say it's dark, but it's not overly dark like Ombre Nomad. Like, I don't know, for me it doesn't work. I'm not saying that it doesn't smell good, it does, but it's just like that's not a fragrance that I prefer. I would much rather prefer this. And honestly, this is cheaper. And I'm not telling you what to buy. You can buy whatever you want. Ombre Nomad is an amazing scent. It's just not for me. But I love that they've taken that DNA and they've done their own twist on it and sweetened it up with that vanilla. I just think it's better. This is a performer. Just like Ombre Nomad, this is all day dumb strong. You know, this is one you don't gotta overspray with. Less is more with this fragrance, but it gets the job done. And it's another fragrance that doesn't get the love. It's underrated. But when people smell this, they like how this smells. They really do. I went to a bar one time and somebody spun the block on me, like, what you got on? Like, it's one of those type of fragrances, and it's perfect for this time of the year. I always back it out cold time. Gotta bring this out because this is just one of them fragrances. It's dark, but it's sweet at the same time, but it's phenomenal. Tap in with it. From Montale. Ooh, Pashmina. Next up on the list, a forgotten king. From Jean Paul Gaultier, we have Amouage Parfum. Beautiful bottle design. For me, growing up, when I used to see these in the mall, I always liked the bottle design. I always thought it was fire. So some of the notes in Amouage Parfum, you have cardamom, iris, lavender, vanilla. People forgot about how good of a fragrance this is. It is so underrated. Yes, they came out with the elixirs and they have the absolute versions, which I'm gonna get those at some point, but this is still a classic staple. This is something you could still back out. You could still get this and rock it and still get complimented. When I tell you, this is probably one of my most complimented fragrances of all time. Women just like how this smells. My fiance likes how this smells. Other people like how this smells. It just does something. I don't know what it is. This is that classic JPG vanilla with some warm, spicy elements and some florals in it. This is so good. I feel like this is like the base for all the Elixir models. This was spawned that. I'm telling you, tap in with it. Amouage Parfum. You know I'm throwing this on the list because it's always underrated year after year. By Mancera. Oud Exclusive. And I would probably say out of all the Mancera fragrances for the wintertime, this is my favorite. Like by far, this is my favorite. Like it's something about this fragrance that I absolutely love. It's something about just how it smells and how it makes me feel when I wear it. This is so good. Some of the notes in Oud Exclusive, you have saffron, rose, labdanum, oud, patchouli. Oh my goodness, this is such a sexy, beautiful fragrance. Pierre Montale, that brother be in the kitchen going crazy. I'm like, can I just be in there when you make a fragrance? Just let me sit to the side, teach me something. I want to see the ingredients. I want to see how the wrists move when you put it in the pot, stirring them ingredients up, because this is one that he really just snapped on. A lot of people don't talk about this fragrance, but it is one of those fragrances that is phenomenal. In a nutshell, this is like your spicy oud amber fragrance. What I always say that this fragrance smells like, smells like what a pharaoh would smell like. If I was in Egypt on top of a pyramid, like way back before Christ times, this is probably what I would be smelling like all day. I know it's mad hot out there. I don't care. This is probably what I'd be smelling like. It has such just a royalness to it, like just such a Middle Eastern, like African vibe to it. Like this is just beautiful. Like I'm just in silk all day. I got people feeding me grapes. I get my feet rubbed. It's one of those, that's just how I feel like that. I feel kingly with this fragrance on. This is an animal, super strong fragrance. You ain't gotta spray too much of this. I'm trying to help y'all not be goofy out here with the overspray stuff. I don't like that. We gotta stop pushing that. It's really corny. You overspray something like this, somebody gonna fight you. It's mad offensive. So less is more with this fragrance. The less, the better. Because people are just gonna love how you ain't gonna just be beating somebody's nose down. You wanna just let it waft and just flow through the air when somebody smells you like, oh my goodness, what do you have on? That's what you want. Tap in with it. From Mancera, my favorite, Aoud Exclusive. From Bar Number 9, TriBeCa. Beautiful, beautiful bottle. I always love how bomb bottles look. They just have a uniqueness to them. I know some people don't like that star shape. I love it. And then I love the patterns on there, just details. Come on. Some of the notes in TriBeCa, you have hazelnut, cedar, Kayow, and Broxton caramel. Super, super underrated, slept on fragrance. I feel like the guys, y'all don't be rocking with this like this, and that's the problem. Y'all need to get your nose on this. The ladies know what's up with this fragrance. It is one of them ones. To me, what I get with this fragrance, it definitely has a Baccarat vibe to it. Take out that burnt sugar smell, replace it with Kayow, and add some caramel in there. It is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I feel like I go nose blind to this, but it has that eerie, that Baccarat eeriness to it, but it's not Baccarat. They're very different fragrances. I love how this smells. It's just such an underrated gem from Bond Number 9. And I also like how it has that little nuttiness in it too. It's just like a, just beautiful fragrance. This is a fragrance that I be overspraying with this. I ain't gonna lie. I be overspraying. I feel like it is strong, but I go nose blind to it sometimes. Like it's just one of them ones, but I love love a fragrance, especially for this time of the year. It just screams like you could wear it all year, but the note profile and what it reminds me of, it just reminds me of this time of the year, like just that cold weather vibe. It's gonna do what it do for you. Tap in with this. TriBeCa from YSL, the most hated Babycat. This is such a hated fragrance. Underrated, super hated for no apparent reason. It's a really great fragrance. I love this stuff. I really do. Basically, notes in here, ton of pepper, vanilla. That's really a note breakdown. And what it smells like, to me, I get on my skin, this is like a perfect balance between that pepper and vanilla. On some people, depending on your skin chemistry, it can lean very different. But on me, this is like a beautiful peppery vanilla fragrance. I love how this smells. Oh my goodness. From what I heard, the new release of this fragrance, because YSL did go back and rebrand the bottles and stuff, which I actually like the new packaging on the bottles. That black plaque on here is fire, but from what I heard, it smells the same. Can I confirm that? No, I cannot. I got this fragrance when it was discounted. They was charging like $400. I paid $4 for this. Longevity and projection on this, solid. This is a good performer, and it's so lovely, especially for this time of the year. Perfect wintertime fragrance. Babycat. Come on now. Absolutely gorgeous. Last up, from Montale, we have Ristretto Intense Cafe. Yeah, this is one of them ones. Underrated, super slept on. Talk to me about this one. Yes, sir. Some of the notes in Ristretto Intense Cafe, you got tons of rose, tons of coffee, vanilla, it's some amber in here, white musk. Oh my goodness. Really, in a nutshell, what this fragrance is if you've ever smelled Intense Cafe by the same brand, Montale, this is Intense Cafe, so you had that roses and vanilla in here, but the coffee is dialed all the way up. And I feel like this, when it came out, it didn't get the hype that it should have got. Like, you know, it should have got way more love than what I got. There was some complaints about Intense Cafe. People were saying, well, it has cafe in there, but there's no coffee. You pick up little subtle hints in Intense Cafe of coffee. It's really just a roses and vanilla fragrance. I don't pick up any coffee. In Ristretto Intense Cafe, this is straight coffee and then a beautiful blend of the roses and vanilla. Now, as it starts to dry down, you do pick up more on just the roses and vanilla, but the coffee note is still in there lingering. But when you first initially spray this is hella coffee, roses, and vanilla. That's really what this is. This is gonna perform on you. You ain't gonna have no issues with it. And I just love the coffee note. It's like that, like the coffee note in here is just like that fresh roasted coffee bean. Like, you know, when you go into like a nice cafe, you smell the coffee being brewed. It's that type of coffee, like a realistic coffee note. I love this fragrance. It's super good and it's perfect for this time of the year. Like, go ahead, and it's gourmand. Like, it got that gourmand vibe to it. Go ahead and bust that out. See my gourmand kings. Go ahead and bust that out. This is a good fragrance and it lasts all day. It's a phenomenal fragrance. Get your nose on it, tap in with it. And if you have experience with it, let me know. From Montale, Ristretto Intense Cafe. All right, y'all, that was 10 underrated fragrances for the wintertime. You already know what time it is. I got you. You want to get right, smell good, you know I always got your back. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. You helping me, I help you. That's just how it go. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the videos. You know I love all of that. And I just want to say I greatly appreciate the 1K. Like, I really do. Y'all don't even know how hyped I am. It's kind of late. I don't want to scream and be waking up everybody, but I'm telling you, like, I'm super excited. Like, that was one of my goals to do this year, 1K. And I'm blessed. A lot of people don't understand how hard it is to hit 1K. It's very hard on YouTube. There's a lot of people that have been doing YouTube for years that never hit 1K. So the fact that I was able to hit that with just a little bit of consistency and giving out dope content, it just means a lot. And like I said earlier in the video, keep our eyes out on my YouTube page about details regarding the giveaway. You got to make sure your subscriptions is on public so I can see on YouTube if you are following me. You got to make sure you liking the videos. You got to go on my TikTok. Y'all sleeping on my TikTok. You need to go over there and tap in. Your boy be going crazy doing numbers over there. Go to my TikTok, follow me on TikTok, and make sure you like my videos on TikTok. And then follow me on Instagram. Like, I gotta see it. I'm giving away 3 Manceras. I don't know which fragrances I'm gonna give away. Probably something like around this time, you know, just cause. But tap in with me. I appreciate all the love. And also, what's some of your underrated time fragrances? I would love to know. All right, appreciate y'all. God bless.